Welcome back to Jesus. I forgot it already. It's cool. Reality Hits the Fan, episode 14. I'm excited today because I have two, not just top producers, but on serial entrepreneurs. Erlis, before we get into that, Erlis, where are we at today?
Oh, well, welcome. It is Erlis and Leon from Good Vibes Room. Erlis, loan originator here at MVM, powered by Cardinal Financial. We're excited. It is our episode number 14.
Yes.
Reality Hits the Fan. Here we are. Like Leon said, I'm going to piggyback off of what you just said. We have two awesome guests. I have yet to know them and learn about them, but they're going to share with us some great information, and we'll bring them to you very shortly. So, Leon, lead us in.
All right. With us today, Mr. Willie, you got to say the name, Willie the Closer, right?
Yes, sir.
Willie Waves. Willie taking over the world, everything you can think of. And Mr. Devon Howard, a.k.a. Bruce the Broccoli, HD Fitness Studios,
Yes, sir.
all over the place. We're taking over the world here. Gentlemen, give us a brief introduction about yourselves.
Hey, how you guys doing? I'm Devon Howard with Marzuko Real Estate. So joined real estate about 2.5 years now. I own a gym down in Fort Myers, Florida called HD Fitness Studios. And joined in real estate. It's been great so far. It's we've been doing good. And we look forward to keep prospering and and moving forward in life.
Sounds good. So yeah, my name is William Ward. I'm also with Marzuko Real Estate. I'm also been doing real estate about 2.5 years. Also with Vaughn, we started about the same time, and just been blessed with the opportunity to love what I do and enjoy what I do and actually be good at it. So
How long have you guys been doing this, Vaughn?
So started going into 2.5 years now. So me and Will, we met at FGCU, and we've been friends since then, since around like sophomore year, and ever since then, we got into real estate together, same time frame, and we just bounce off ideas off each other, and we try to go off the market, and learn different routines and what we can do to help other clients, and we're always helping each other out.
That's awesome. How about you, Will?
Yeah, about the same time. So we started around the same time. We did meet at FGCU. I studied communications and public relations, also minored in journalism. So that was like a big focus for me. And I graduated March 2020. That was kind of the worst time to graduate because the whole COVID thing was popping off. And I had a job lined up doing marketing and advertising for Ashley Home Store at their corporate headquarters in Raleigh, North Carolina. That fell through because of COVID. And I ended up, bouncing around here and there. I was bartending because that's what I did throughout college. Just kind of went around and did that for a while, bounced out around a couple different places. And then, got a call from Devon. We hadn't talked, pretty much since he graduated a year prior. And we ended up, jumping into real estate together, learning from each other, passing our course. And, it's been 2 years since.
And they're really being humble, right?
Of course,
What
of
is
course.
it? So these are two of the most aggressive realtors, and in a good way, right? If you see Willie write an email, I can guarantee you somebody from corporate has read it and responded, right?
Definitely.
And Vaughn will get every penny out of that seller that you could think of. Things you didn't even know you needed. You needed a brand new
You
AC.
got to negotiate it.
Yeah, Vaughn is on it.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to have you guys on. We've been talking about this for a little bit. Finally, we're able to schedule it out and kind of come together, right? So, but one of the main things that I wanted to talk to you guys about is the way you guys market each other, or yourselves and each other, as I should say, right? We know a lot of people in this industry have been in here for a long time, and one, they don't know how to market. They don't know how to make themselves a brand. And it's one thing that you guys are exceptional about is kind of just getting yourselves out there and finding clients in a time where it's difficult, right? Being, I wouldn't say new to the game. You guys, 2.5 years is in real estate. It's like 40, right? Especially in the times that we're in, going through COVID. You came into the game right at arguably one of the hardest times because nobody knew what the market was going to do, right? So, Will, I kind of kick it off with you. What is one of the ways that you see, like, you brand yourself, you market yourself, and kind of go from there?
So simple for me is always better. A very clean cut image is kind of what I shoot for. A trustworthy face, and then consistency in marketing. So you don't want to post something that's completely off brand, or you want to post a certain way, or that you only do lots or something like that, and then you want to go to a HOA and try to market yourself there and say, oh well, what I specialize is this. So you want to be just all around, and you want to keep it simple. You want to keep it the same. If you want to work in this particular HOA, then market that HOA. Don't say, oh, I do lots and then I do this and I do rentals. If you want to do it, you got to be simple and be effective.
Okay.
That's a good way of prospecting, if you will. So tell us a little bit about what are some negative, I guess, comebacks that you hear from HOAs, for example, because they're very stingy in terms of giving out documents, and they're very slow in giving you anything that you need to get the process going. So how do you overcome things of that nature? Because
well, it's crazy because honestly, you make friends. Not necessarily that they owe you favors or anything, but they want to do things for you because they feel that you are a friend. Communication is key. Establishing that relationship is key. You want to do that from the jump. When I walk in here, I'm gonna greet whoever the receptionist is, and I'm gonna make them my friend because I know I'm gonna need something. This is the title company or the lending group that I'm using. I need to know everybody here. So
beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Vaughn, how about you, sir?
So, I've been an entrepreneur for a little while now, and I always believed I was big on like concrete grinding. So the reason why I say that is because, everyone markets differently. When I opened up the gym at HD Fitness Studios, I started from nowhere with it. Didn't know how to go and, get business. I was branching off other business owners, asking them questions. I had a couple friends of mine that own business themselves. And, I would just go around and ask them like, hey, what do you do? What do you do for marketing? How do you go and advertise your business? How do you bring in customers? How do you get clients for your business as well? So, they'll just tell me, as Will was saying, you got to make friends, the more friends you have in the business industry, the better off it is, because not only they're advertising for you too as well, but, they're actually, oh, hey, go check out Devon here in Fort Myers as a gym. Maybe your name might be brought up first, within the conversation between someone else. But, I've been big on concrete grinding. I used to always make flyers when I first started with the gym. I'll go around the radius, about 2 miles, 3 mile radius of where my gym's located at. And I'll go pass out flyers, I'll go to Publix parking lot. I'll go put them on the window shields, I would pass out cards. I was even making business cards without even, with my personal training and everything on there, with my license number and all that, and doing that first off and just going to meet people because, you're going to get 100 no's before you get one yes, and that's just part of the game, You can't get discouraged off of, 3 no's, right off the back. You got to just keep grinding it out and keep going for it because eventually someone's going to respect it, and even if you reach out to them and they say no still, they're still in your back of your mind. And I like to do the advertising where I'll post every day. You don't have to follow me. You don't have to, even like what I'm posting, but at least it's going to be on the back of your mind. So whenever you see something about real estate or whenever you see something about the gym, it's like, oh, hey, oh, I seen this kid doing this, over here. Maybe let me ask him some questions and see if he could point me in the right direction. So, I've been big on that all the time. I like telling agents that join too as well, like, don't care what people have to say, because that's where you start going downhill, when you start worrying about what others think about you. Because if you're trying to achieve a goal and someone's going to have an opinion on you no matter what it is, maybe the next person might like that, this person might not, but you can't look at it like that. You got to offset it, and you got to actually catch the vibe, and fill out the person, have a conversation, see what they like, and at least fill them out, because some conversations might not be the same with one person. I can have a conversation with Leon differently than someone else, compared to another lender. Maybe they might even not even consider the same options. They got different options. You got to hear it out from both sides.
Makes sense.
So
beautiful. So,
and we got to touch one thing on Vaughn's signature move. This man leaves his business card in every gas station in Southwest Florida. So, where you put the credit card in,
right?
He'll slide his business card in there. I love this thing. It makes me laugh every time I see it. And then in order to pay, you have to take the card out,
Right.
and there you go, Vaughn's right in your
And
face.
I actually, and it's crazy because I actually did a study on it, because like what I'll do is, I'll go to the gas pump, right? And I won't go around all of them, because I had one time where the clerk comes out and says, hey, she asked me what am I doing. Maybe she thinks I'm trying to like, get some information or, scam or something. But it's not scamming, So what I'll do is I'll park at the pump, I'll get out and I'll put gas into myself. And then maybe there's no one at the pump around me. And then what I'll do is I'll put either card inside the credit card slot I'm holding, or what I'll do is I'll put it on the actual pump when they got to pull it off, So I actually parked one day and I did a study just to see if it would work or not. Usually I see someone take off the card, either they throw it on the ground, they either put it in their pocket, or they put it inside their car too as well. So like I had to do a study to see if it works, and I have got within the gym and everything, I have got a client off of that where they're like, hey, we seen your card at the the pump, like we seen the gym in the area, do you do training? And it's like, yeah. So that one card that I paid, $130 for a box of 1,000, and I'm big on that too. So I buy 1,000 pack of cards all the time because I go through them, because I pass them out all the time. And so yeah, I'm really big on that because it actually has helped my business, So one client off of one of those cards paid back 2 times, of my box that I bought.
Makes sense. So what I got from both of you is trust. You go out and shake hands and you earn the trust from whether it's a receptionist, whether it's somebody working behind any type of desk. And from you, I got the word respect and opinion. Is it fair to say?
Yes, sir.
So you want me to respect what you do, right? And don't fall for somebody else's opinions. Now,
Definitely.
I'm going to kind of go off a little bit, right? So we're now in a very volatile market. We all agree, right? Whether it's on the lender side or whether it's on the real estate side, right? So now, obviously, the not very many people are interested to move forward, whether it's a sell or purchase a home. Even though in Collier County now we don't really have a lot of homes for sale. Am I correct so far? Right? Or it depends who you ask, right?
Yeah.
Depends who you ask. All right, okay, so
And they're
correct me.
usually unreasonable, or they're pretty high. Not the average person can just go and buy it.
But you're allowed to correct me, okay? So
Correct.
that's okay. So now we're in this market where we don't know what's going to happen. And November 2nd, which is in about a week from today, the Feds are meeting again. And of course, the fear is going to be present in every borrower's or every client or every customer's mind, right? Including myself. So how are you guys prepared to handle what's about to happen in the next week or so?
I mean, it's hard, because you don't know what's going to happen, So, I mean, I know a lot of agents that, you might go through a tough time at the moment, but you do have to keep a high spirit and, at least, keep networking, maybe reach out, because what I have noticed is that there are some clients that even though the interest rates, either they're rising right now, some, are not really worried about it because they might live out of state, and those rates are almost the same, as here right now. So like, they're not really looking at it like as such as a big deal, but for like the average like client that is in the area, local area, yeah, it's kind of crazy for them, and I do hear, responses like, they're out of their mind for this price, ridiculous, and it's kind of like, you can't really do much, like I still like, if they want to present an offer, I mean, I'll still present it, even though some agents say, are you crazy? Like, are you serious right now? Are you really going to present that offer? Well, hey, it's my job, Right. I'm not going to lose my client because you don't want me to just present an offer and my client doesn't think I want to present it for them,
It goes back to what you said.
Yeah.
Opinion.
Yeah, opinion.
Don't take somebody else's opinion. Just go with what professionals recommend, and this is why we have them here. How about you, Willie? How are you prepared for what's about to happen next week or so?
As a realtor, I keep meeting people, I keep shaking hands, I keep doing my thing, I keep passing business cards out. I'm gonna be consistent because more than anything, consistency. As long as you stay with that, I've always seen success come on the back end of that. As a realtor, now as a buyer or as a client. My job is to educate you and do everything in my power that you understand what you're getting into. As long as I do that and we both make the decision to go forward with it or not go forward with it, I'm fine with that. I'm not going to force you to buy anything. I'm not a salesman per se. The houses sell themselves. I'm here to educate you and provide a service. So that's kind of where I'm different from pretty much every other realtor. I know a lot of realtors, the first thing they look at is commission. I'm just trying to provide a service and get you to where you want to be.
Makes sense.
So as a client, hold steadfast and listen to your realtor. Don't listen to your friends.
See, I gotta go off of what Will was saying, because it goes back to that trust relationship, So you do gotta educate your buyer, and I like to tell my clients, well, hey, listen, some like to listen, some don't, but I like to tell them to put themselves in two perspectives, in a seller's shoes and a buyer's shoes. If you're a buyer, put yourself in as if you were selling your house, like your house right now. Like, how would you look at an offer coming in? What you're willing to present. You got to put yourself in both situations, because then that way they get to understand it a little bit. So that if they're going to submit an offer, $100K less than what they're asking, would you want someone offering you $100,000 less than on your property? Because I'm not saying it's not disrespectful or nothing, because everybody wants a deal. I get it, You might be pinching pennies, you might need some help or whatsoever, but if the seller is really, strict on it and they're not looking to, even budge on the price or so, I mean, maybe it's a blessing in disguise, maybe the home wasn't meant for you, You can't look at it and take it as a saw grain and be like, oh, they don't want my money or anything like that. No, it's just maybe that was a blessing for you to move on and go find another property. And back, and for new agents that are coming along, the advertising is like big right now, because I like going to the bar sometimes and I'll bring my laptop, and even if you're not drinking, you don't got to get a beer or get drinks or so, but at least if you see someone around, talk to them, sometimes buy them a drink or so, that's a conversation starter, so that way they get familiar with you, and maybe they might call you later down the line, if it's not right away. It's still you're shaking hands and you're actually getting yourself in front of them.
That makes perfect sense. I gotta say, I've learned some valuable information here. The gas station, it's a story to be told. You know what? I'm one of those gas stations. I'm gonna go and check the pumps to see if there's your card in there. I'm gonna call you when I get it. I promise.
You might even see it
Also,
at Publix.
Check Willie's Instagram. You're gonna save some money at the pump too.
Oh yeah,
Definitely.
He's got a
yeah, we do.
So now that we have the great information to share with us, how you retain your clientele, how you go about your business, how you keep that going, how you keep grinding, and how you prepare for the future. How do we get a hold of you, Willie? Tell us.
Yeah, well, Instagram at Willie the Closer, and pretty much all my other social media, same thing, Willie the Closer. Phone number 518-410-4097. You can call me anytime. I work 24/7. So.
Beautiful stuff. Who you, Devon?
Realtor Vaughn, Instagram. Facebook's Devon Howard, 808-796-2014, and also email Devon Howard Sales Paradise at gmail.com, and also you name it, Realtor Vaughn on it. Like we said, we work 24/7 for our clients, so if it's 8 o'clock at night, call me 9, 10, 11, I'm on it right away. So you got it, so that way the client you're working for knows that you're on top of the deal, because sometimes agents, they don't pick up. You can send them a few emails, still don't pick up, or calling, but at least I like to let my client know that, hey, listen, I'm trying for you, I'm trying to get a hold of the agent, for you, for the deal, just so I'm working for you all the time. And I feel like that's where a lot of agents and clients kind of fall off, is because maybe a client might not think they're working enough for them, and they're just trying to make the commission. But you can't look at it like that. I don't, like he said earlier, I never look at commissions. We both never looked at commissions when we start, because whatever you're making, it's a domino effect.
Right.
You meet one client, it's gonna be a domino effect to another. As long as you do good business, get them to the closing. And since we started, I'm not gonna gas us up too much, but we have got a lot of our clients back with some equity now,
Yes.
so we must be doing something right with the negotiation stages. So
I can attest to that. I
yeah,
can
so
definitely attest to that.
it's proven facts. We got the paperwork for it, so we have got some of our clients back with some high equity, and they appreciate that. And it looks good on yourself too as well, and and then they start referring you business, and it just goes from there.
Well, folks, there you have it. They shared their contact information. If you were to contact them, they're available, as they said, 24/7.
365.
Early.
Now it's time for our trivia question, and I'm gonna send this over to Leon. So go ahead.
So one piece of advice that you guys would give either a client, fellow realtor, anybody getting into the business, wherever you want to go with it. Just one thing that people can take away. We'll start with
all
you.
right. Well, for the realtor, I'll pick that one. When you're coming in, don't count your commission before you get it. You're tempted to kind of go out and spend that money thinking that it's already there. Don't guarantee it. And then when you do get that money, don't look at it as, oh, this I'm a go splurge, go do whatever. No, put that back into yourself, put that back into your business, back into your marketing, and you're gonna get that 100-fold.
Cool. Vaughn?
So yeah, I have like two. So like for realtors, I like to, just like you mentioned, don't count your commission before, because it happens to all of us, But yeah, at least ask, Don't ever tell your client you don't know, because that just going to show you maybe you don't know what you're talking about, or you don't even know what's going on with the deal, or even the house as well. Always tell them like, hey, I have team members, I have brokers I can get back to. Let me follow up with them and find out if I'm giving you the right information, because I have noticed that some agents, they freeze whenever they get a question, and they don't know what to respond with, So like, at least respond with something. I'm not saying sugarcoat it and just lie to them or anything like that, but at least update them, let them know like, hey, like, let me get back to you. Give me like 5 minutes, call right away, I called Deshaun, Josh, Jesse, Jess, Jorvy, you can call them right away, our brokers, and like, they'll answer a question. Or, if we can't get a hold of one of them, we call another agent that is busy enough too, that, knows the process of the deals. Now for like client base wise, I feel like a lot of first home buyers and people, they don't know the process, and I feel like that's what stops them. So like a lot of times, everyone's renting right now, which is no problem, but I feel as if like, as we grow and we prosper, you at least should find out information and with someone else, with a lender, and get some type of information back on what steps to get you to buying a home, to being a first home buyer, because a lot of times, people don't understand that process and they get nervous and they're scared for it. But I always advise them like, hey, if you're not ready to buy right now, maybe not, your financials are not there yet, at least find steps to get to that process, because, why would you want to keep paying rent? You could pay your own mortgage, and own your own home. So like, at least find steps and learn what you need to do to get to that period of time frame. Like, my gym was open. I've been open for like 3.5 years now, and I've been working with Leon, and I had asked him first thing, what I need to be 2 years in my business. What are my steps that I need to do to get to purchase my first home, And I'm just about there, getting ready. Even though the market's kind of volatile right now, but at the same time, I worked on it, so now I'm ready, I'm ready to go, and I feel like a lot of clients, they have to do that. Find out the steps. Get into touch with someone, at least find out the process and go through with it. If you're not ready, there's no worries, at least just prep yourself.
Perfect. Gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. It's been an absolute pleasure to have both of you in here.
Yes,
you guys
appreciate you having us.
You've had some
Thank
awesome
you.
information to share with us. You guys truly show your true colors, which is what clients nowadays need to see.
Yeah, you gotta be yourself.
So. Exactly. It comes down to who do you trust at the end of the day, right? So, Leon, any final comments you want to make for us?
Just one question for you, and I know this is your favorite thing. Where can the lovely people at home, wherever you guys are watching this, find us?
So, again, you can get a hold of myself or Leon at mvm.grp. I messed that one up. mvmgrp.com. Again, it's mvmgrp.com. mvmgrp? Yep.
Yes.
So please do contact us there. There you'll find our contact information, such as phone number, email address, including our social media. Again, mvmgrp.com is where you'll find me and Leon.
Cool. Till next time, folks. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you.